the player goes, and he that tossed thee down into the field, he knows about it all, he knows. The moving finger writes, and, having writ, moves on, nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it. And that inverted bowl we call the sky, where under crawling cooped we live and die, lift not thy hands to it for help, for it rolls impotently on as thou or I. With earth's first clay they did the last man's need, and then of the last harvest sowed the seed. Yea, the first morning of creation wrote what the last dawn of reckoning shall read. I tell thee this, when starting from the goal, over the shoulder of this flaming foal of heaven Parwin and Moshtra they flung in my predestined plot of dust and soul. The vine had struck a fibre, which about it clings my being. Let the Sufi flout, of my base metal may be filed a key that shall unlock the door he howls without. And this I know, whether the one true light kindle to love, or wrath consume me quite, one glimpse of it within the tavern caught, better than in the temple lost outright. O thou who didst with pitfall and with gin beset the road I was to wander in, thou wilt not with predestination round enmesh me, and impute my fall to sin? O thou, who man of baser earth didst make, and who with Eden didst devise the snake, for all the sin wherewith the face of man is blackened, man's forgiveness give and take. Kuzanama, Book of Pots. Listen again. One evening at the close of Ramazan, the better moon arose. In that old potter's shop I stood alone, with the clay population round in rows. And strange to tell, among the earthen lot some could articulate, while others not. And suddenly one more impatient cried, "Who is the potter, pray, and who the pot?" Then said another, "Surely not in vain my substance from the common earth was ta'en, that he who subtly wrought me into shape should stamp me back to the common earth again." Another said, "Why, ne'er a peevish boy would break the bowl from which he drank in joy. Shall he that made the vessel in pure love and fancy in an after rage destroy?" None answered this, but after silence spake a vessel of a more ungainly make. They sneer at me for leaning all awry. What, did the hand then of the potter shake? Said one, "Folks of a surly tapster tell, and daub his visage with the smoke of hell. They talk of some strict testing of us. Pish! He's a good fellow, and 'twill all be well." Then said another with a long drawn sigh, "My clay with long oblivion is gone dry, but fill me with the old familiar juice. Methinks I might recover by and by." So while the vessels one by one were speaking, one spied the little crescent all were seeking, and then they jogged each other, "Brother, brother, hark to the potter's shoulder knot a creaking." Ah, would the great my fading life provide, and wash my body whence the life has died, and in a winding sheet of vine leaf wrapped, so bury me by some sweet garden side, that e'en my buried ashes such a snare of perfume shall fling up into the air, as not a true believer passing by, but shall be overtaken unaware. Indeed, the idols I have loved so long have done my credit in men's eye much wrong, have drowned my honor in a shallow cup, and sold my reputation for a song. Indeed, indeed, repentance oft before I swore, but was I sober when I swore? And then came spring, and rose in hand my threadbare penitence a pieces tore. And much as wine has played the infidel, and robbed me of my robe of honor, well, I often wonder what the vintners buy one half so precious as the goods they sell. Alas, that spring should vanish with the rose, that youth's sweet-scented manuscript should close, the nightingale that in the branches sang, ah, whence, and whither flown again, who knows? Ah, love, could thou and I with fate conspire to grasp this sorry scheme of things entire, would not we shatter it to bits, and then remould it near to the heart's desire? Ah, moon of my delight, who knowest no wane, the moon of heaven is rising once again. How oft hereafter rising shall she look through this same garden after me, in vain. And when thyself with shining foot shall pass among the guests star-scattered on the grass, and in thy joyous errand reach the spot where I made one, turn down an empty glass. Tamam Shud. It is completed. End of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, by Omar Khayyam. Translated by Edward Fitzgerald. This has been a LibriVox recording.